Hello, hello. My name is Emily Schickli from Mind Body DHARMA, and I am super excited for our flow today. It's a nice spring flow to welcome in the new season, this new chapter, and help you awaken your heart. So we have lots of heart openers today, some core work to keep us nice and strong, and some stretching to relax as well. So I'm really excited. I can't wait for us to begin. So let's get started. So go ahead and find a nice deep child's pose to start. So that means knees wide today, arms out in front of you. If this feels uncomfortable, maybe you have sensitive knees, you can come up onto your forearms and your knees. So it's kind of like a modified tabletop, and then you can walk your hands out as far as feels comfortable. So it's more of a chest opener here. So if that feels good, stay here. If you want to open up your hips a little bit more, you can sit back towards your heels. If it feels okay in your neck, chin to chest, tucking in towards your heart, forehead into your mat. Take a big breath into your belly. Exhale out your mouth, let it go. Take another deep breath into your belly, pushing it out towards the ground. Exhale out your mouth. Take one more deep breath here. This time, hold your belly. Inflate it like a balloon. Hold, hold, hold. And as you exhale, stick your tongue out your mouth. Lion's breath, really great for stress relief. Let's do one more of those. Big belly breath in. Hold, hold, hold. Keep holding. Exhale, stick out your tongue. Nice, let's get into the hips a little bit here. Our theme for today is a little bit of a spring awakening to go with the season. So I like to teach a slightly more intuitive yoga practice. So at any point, if you start to feel like, oh, what if I move my hips here? That feels good, go for it. It is not about perfection today, friends. It is really about getting into your body, becoming more present, and awakening any sort of excitement that you have maybe for this next chapter, whatever that chapter is for you. You can inhale, push your hips forward, coming into a little seal pose here, or a tall cobra. Slight bend in your elbows so you don't hurt your back. If you do have a sensitive low back, shrug your shoulder blades down, start to melt your ribs into the ground. So baby cobra instead. Another thing you can do is zip up your inner thighs, really gluing them tight. Squeeze your glutes here. Inhale, shrug your shoulder blades away, lift your heart. Exhale, melt forehead to mat. We're gonna do a nice big heart opener. It's also really great for core and back strengthening. So inhale, interlace your hands behind your back. Shrug your shoulder blades together, tuck your chin into your chest. This is option one, you can stay here. Breathing into your belly. Just working on opening up your upper back and your shoulders. If you'd like to add on, you can float your feet off your mat, finding a locust pose here, or Superman, maybe if you're more familiar with that version of Superman. To add on, you can stay here if you like, that feels good. Keeping your chin tucked, neck is nice and long. You can float your hands off your glutes if that feels available to you. And then exhale, side out, left ear to mat. Go ahead and wiggle your hips side to side, a little windshield wiper. I'm just warming up the body. Inhale, flop your legs down your mat again. We're gonna do that one more time. So interlace your hands, chin to chest, so really tuck your neck in, nice long neck. Zip up your inner thighs, squeeze them together, activate your glutes. Float your legs if that feels good. You can stay here again, or maybe float your hands off your back. Now the key here is you want to squeeze your core really tight. So think of belly button up and in, engaging your core. So as you hover here, you're not just hanging out in your low back and arching your back, you're really squeezing your core tight. We hold for 3, 2, 1, right ear to the mat. Again, wiggle your hips side to side, little release. Let it go. Inhale, come back to center. This time, bring your hands underneath your shoulder blades, tuck your toes. Take a big breath into your belly and hold. Now, as you exhale, press to the top of your push-up. So plank pose at the top. See if you can go in one motion. So instead of bending your knees and kind of pressing yourself up like that, challenge yourself to press into your toes and your hand, rise all the way up, nice and strong. Squeeze your belly here, holding plank pose, slight lift of your hips, having them nice in line with your shoulders. Draw your kneecaps up into your inner thighs, squeeze your glutes to support you. Hold here for 3, 2, 1, downward facing dog. So hips go straight up and back towards the sky. Now this can feel pretty uncomfortable for many people. So I like to actually shorten my downward facing dog and bend my knees. The reason why this is helpful, especially for people who are working at a desk all day, hint, hint, is that you release your low back. So instead of having your legs straight and trying to have this upright posture and bowing out your belly, you can have your knees bent, core engaged here. Arms out in front of you. Take a big breath in. Exhale, bend your knees more deeply. Look towards your hands. Walk your feet up to meet your hands. Take a big breath in, hands to shins, halfway lift. So we're looking for a flat back here. If you're on video, you can even see if your back is flat. Squeeze your belly tight. So always activating our core here. Big breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Let's do one more of those. Inhale, halfway lift. This time adding on a little bit of friction. So press your hands as strongly as you can into your shins as your shins press into your hands. This is similar to a core exercise we're going to do on the back later. So just warming up the body. Shoulders draw down your back towards your hips. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Exhale, stick out your tongue. One more of those just like that. So inhale, halfway lift. Again, press into your shins. As your shins press into your hands, you should feel your belly light up, your back engage, shoulders down and away. Big breath in. Exhale, stick out your tongue. Nice. Now bend your knees super deeply, bringing your chest towards the top of your thighs. Exhale, press into your heels, slowly ragdoll your spine, rising up to the sky. Once you arrive, inhale, show your shoulder blades up towards your ears. Exhale, draw them down your back. Nice long neck. Inhale, reach your hands up to the sky. Exhale, baby back bend, clap your palms together, slight bend in your knees, little tricep bend. Exhale, hands to heart. Nice, let's wake up our arms and shoulders here. So just release your hands down, do a couple little swimmy circles. Technical name. It's actually the Sanskrit swimmy circles. Just kidding. This is very un-yogi of me right here. We're just getting into our rotational movements, activating our thoracic spine a little bit here, maybe getting your heart rate if you're going up a little bit faster. And let's switch directions. Little backstroke. Take a big breath here. Exhale, come back to center, palms up to the sky, hands to heart. Little rotation here, bend your knees slightly, soft bend in the knees. Inhale, squeeze your belly, squeeze your glutes straighten. Inhale, slight bend in the knees. Exhale, squeeze your belly. Little rotation, right arm back, left arm forward. Big breath here. Exhale, find your chair pose, bringing palms together. We're landing in a little twist. Yeah, little chair pose, prayer twist. You can bring your feet together for a traditional stance here in this pose. So that means that your feet are touching. Or you can find hip width distance if that feels more comfortable, but you want to make sure your knees don't knock in together. So you want a nice strong tree trunks here in your twist, even if you have a space. So take a big breath in, see if you can, as you exhale, twist a little bit deeper, activating your obliques. Inhale, maybe open your arms. Exhale, forward fold. Nice, let's do the other side. So inhale, halfway lift, squeeze your belly. Exhale, shake it out, let it go. Inhale, bend your knees, look slowly, rise back up. Float your hands up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. We got that big twist on the left, so inhale, left arm behind you. Exhale, right arm in front. Take a big breath here. Exhale, squeeze a little tighter. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, we're going to do those little squats. So sit in your baby chair here and straighten, squeezing your glutes. Inhale, sit a little deeper. Exhale, straighten. Now we're going in for the twist. Inhale, find your chair pose. Exhale, karate chop towards your left. Hips go nice and low here as far as feels comfortable for you. If you have sensitive knees like me, you can do this modification where your hips are actually slightly above your knees rather than 90. Big breath in. Exhale to twist deeper. Try and keep your chest lifted here, nice and proud. Awakening your heart, that spring energy. Exhale, forward fold. Nice work. Inhale, halfway lift. Now exhale, hands into your mat. Let's step back for plank pose. So finding plank pose here, take a big breath in. Exhale out your mouth. Adding on a little bit of extra core work. Slowly tap your knees towards the mat, hovering 1 to 2 inches. Exhale, straighten back to plank. So it's kind of like a bear, like you might do in Pilates. Tapping your knees towards the mat. Exhale, find plank. Now, if this is too intense, you're gonna drop down to the knees and just find a modified plank pose. Hang out here, or if your wrists are bothering you, come on down. The water is fine. Join me on your forearms and knees down, or knees lifted. And tap. Let's do 2 more taps, wherever you are if you're tapping. Last 3, 2. Okay, I said 3 and then I did 2. I know. 1, lower all the way to your belly. It's extra credit. Inhale, float your heart up to the sky. Get a little shimmy in your shoulders if that feels good. Sphinx pose. Forearms on your mat. Exhale out your mouth. Chin to chest. Releasing your neck. If you have a sensitive lower back, just walk your forearms out a little bit further away from you so you can melt your lower ribcage onto your mat. So you're less in a back bend here. Bring your chin back to your chest. If it's traveled, right ear to right shoulder. It's a little neck release here. Exhale, left ear to left shoulder. Inhale, release your belly down to your mat. Exhale, tuck your toes. We're gonna rise back up to that tall plank like we did at the beginning. Squeezing our belly tight, press all the way up. Downward facing dog. All right, let's get into our hips more. So inhale, kick your right leg up to the sky. Exhale, option to step all the way through for a low lunge. If you want that extra core work, bring your knee towards your nose. Inhale, kick your leg back up. Again, if you don't want to do the core work, we'll meet you in a low lunge shortly. Exhale, knee to nose. We're gonna do 1 more of those if you're following along. Inhale, kick back. Exhale, knee to nose, squeeze here. And step it through. Nice, now we're all in a low lunge. Knees should be lifted in the back unless you are modifying, you can lower it down. Taking a big breath here, let's get into our hip flexors. So left hand inside your foot, pressing down into your mat, right arm twist towards the sky. Little low lunge twist here, really great for the back body, especially when we're working all day. We're not really twisting as much. We're doing front and backwards movements. Take a big breath in. Exhale, lower your hand down to the mat. Pressing into your feet, rise up nice and strong. Crescent pose. If you waddle just like I did right there, that's okay. Really great option here to help get into alignment is bend your back knee. Bring your hands to your hips. Scoot your torso so you're nice and upright. Then straighten your back leg. Yeah. Squeeze your glutes to support you, arms up to the sky. We're gonna get back into our shoulders and our heart openers. So inhale, bend your elbows, open up your heart. So you're going into a little bit of a back bend here. Or if you do weights, a little bit of a pull down, lat pull down here. Squeezing your shoulder blades down your back, lifting your heart. Exhale, sweep your arms up in front of you. Little zombie arms here. Eagle arms, right elbow inside left. So if you've never done eagle arms before, go ahead and look up here. It's just making a little bit of an X with your forearms. We're going to stay in this modified position today. If you want to go for the bind, that means bringing your palms, your left hand to your right palm, go for it. But the key here is not to sacrifice your shoulders. So if you do that and you round, you're losing out on the stretch. So you want to have a nice strong back here in your eagle arms, in your crescent pose. Take a big breath in. Let's do another half back bend here. Exhale, elbows to navel. So really crunching in, squeeze. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, crunch it in. Activate your core. One more time. Inhale, lift up. This time, exhale, stick the landing. So stay down, lifting out of your heart space. So back is still flat. We're not rounded here. Nice flat back. Press into your right heel. You can stay here, especially if you don't feel like doing any balance challenges today. You can stay right here. If you want to continue on, press into your right heel. Lift off, left leg floats. Squeeze your right glute to support your weight here. Flex your left foot. See if you can lift it up so it's in line with your shoulders. If it's not, that's okay. You can also modify by just keeping your plank integrity. So nice long spine here, core engaged, but have your foot slowly dangle down towards the mat so you're more upright. Come back to your warrior three, whatever version it is. Then exhale, gently step back for your crescent pose. Let's shake out those arms. Whoo! Yeah, mine are feeling something. All right, just give them a little somatic shake here. Really great for the nervous system, stress relief. Looks kind of funky, but I'm the one that's being recorded, not you, so go for it. All right, come back to your crescent pose. Inhale, big inhale up, arms to the sky. Exhale, hands, frame your foot, step back, plank pose. Again, you can just skip these, skip the core work, straight to down dog. Or if you want to add on, whoo, let's do those taps. Tap and down, and up, down, and up. Again, you can modify going to your knees. You can go to your forearms. This is really a choose your own adventure kind of experience right now. Pick your poison, if you will. We got 2 and 1. Find a downward facing dog, however you choose to get there. Hips back up to the sky. We got the other side. Inhale, left leg up. Give it a good kick. Exhale. Option to step through for your low lunge if you did on the other side, or continue on 3 crunches, knee to nose. Inhale, kick back up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Almost there. Exhale, knee to nose and hold. Step it through. Nice long low lunge. Take a big breath in here, lifting your heart. Exhale, right hand to your mat. Twist open. Big breath in. Deep exhale out. Inhale, release your hand back to your mat. Firm stance here, rise up for your crescent pose. Again, if you need to adjust your stance, hands to hips, you can narrow your stance, you can bend your back knee, straighten your torso, and then straighten your back leg. Big breath in here, arms reach up to the sky. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, sweep out in front. This time, left arm inside right. Eagle arms. Shrug your shoulder blades down your back so they're plugged in here. Inhale, float your elbows up to the sky. 3 crunches here. Exhale. Inhale and lift. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, lift. Last one, stick the landing. Exhale, crunch and hold. Your warrior 3, or you can stay here. Lifting off. Find your warrior 3 or airplane, however you choose to call it. Maybe you modify. You can stay upright and then just tilt a little bit forwards. Again, don't lose sight of what your arms are doing here. They're really opening up your back body. Big breath in, stabilize here, challenge yourself, whatever that means for you today. Every day can change, every day is different. Honor it. When you're ready, exhale, gently bend your left knee, step back for your crescent pose. We have arrived. Inhale, big stretch here, sweep your arms open. Exhale, hands to match. Your plank pose. Take a big breath in. No more knee taps, I know, good news. Big breath into your belly here. Exhale out your mouth. One more big breath. Exhale, lower your knees, child's pose. Woo. Take a big breath into your belly. Find a little bit more ease, a little more sukha. Exhale, let it go. One more big breath in. Exhale out your mouth. You can bring your knees together for a low back release, one of my favorites. Maybe even sweep your arms behind you, rolling into a little ball. Deep sigh out, big breath in. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, come back to tabletop. And switch your legs out in front of you. Pat them down. Thank you, legs. You did so much. Quick little hip opener here and a twist. We have our meditation. So for your twist, inhale, pull your right knee in towards your chest. Nice tall spine here. Exhale, stomp it outside your left leg. Inhale, reach your right arm up. Exhale, reach behind you, lift your heart. Here's your twist. You can stay here. You want to add on. Cross your right elbow outside your left knee. Ooh. Nice stretch here depending on how tight you are as well. Exhale to release, sweeping your arms to the other side. Little bend. Exhale, switch out your legs. Right leg stays long. Hook your left knee into your chest. Nice tall spine. Inhale here. Exhale, stomp outside your right leg. Clutch your left leg, sweeping your left arm behind you. Like a kickstand. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, twist deeper. Big inhale in. Exhale, twist. Nice. You can slowly let it go. Take a little bow on the other side. And exhale, go ahead and find a seat where you can lay all the way on your back if you prefer. Ending our practice today in Shavasana or corpse pose, all the way on your back, hands out long, legs out long. I'm going to remain seated since I have some singing bowls for you all in our little meditation. So go ahead and get cozy, get comfortable, give yourself permission to do so. And then close your eyes. Big breath in. Deep exhale out. We're going to do a progressive relaxation today. Since we didn't do too much stretching, more movement. So take a deep breath into your belly and hold. Exhale out your mouth. Now this time, as you inhale, scrunch up your toes, activate your feet, point your toes or flex your feet, make them really tight, active. You can activate your calves, so squeeze your calves, point your toes, pull your kneecaps into your thighs, squeeze, 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 whole legs activated. Exhale, let it go. Oh, relax. Now bring your focus to your torso. Start to crunch your abs, fire them up. You can even place a hand on your belly if that feels helpful to you. Squeeze, 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 squeeze your glutes. They're part of your core, your inner thighs. One more. In doing these, we find opposition. So it's kind of like the principle that we don't really realize we're holding tension until we increase that tension, make it bigger, and allow ourselves to let it go. It's amazing how all kinds of things can sneak up on us. So let's do our arms. So clench your fists, make fists with your hands, activate your biceps, pull them in towards you, shrug your shoulder blades up to your ears, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Exhale, let it go. Take a big breath into your belly. Sigh it out your mouth. Allow yourself to settle into a state of rest. So often we are focused on the to-do list, on the next task, the thing that has to be done, that we forget to enjoy the present moment, to allow ourselves to awaken to the present moment. We hope for the next season instead of enjoy the current one we're in. Silver linings, the pauses, the progress we've already made. So as we officially enter spring, I invite you to awaken this sense of new beginnings for yourself. Whether that's just a new beginning in this one pause you decide to take, when you choose to breathe and take a moment rather than stress and feel panicked about what's to come. Or maybe it's a big intention for your life, big change. Whatever it is for you, just give yourself permission, no matter what, to find these moments of rest. In the opposition, you find deeper awareness and a deeper release. Deepen your breath. And exhale, let it go. And gently bring yourself back to the present moment. Whatever feels aligned for you, maybe that's a little stretch, yawn, rolling over, or laying down. And gently bring your hands to your heart, closing your eyes again if you open them. Just taking one moment to connect to yourself, your center. Did a lot of heart openers today. So just breathe a little bit into this space, bringing forward any intention that you have for this new chapter, this spring awakening, if you will. And then exhale, let it go. Namaste.